I'm very happy to be here. And if you're new to this channel, subscribe and comment. I'm very happy to be here this wonderful morning. And if you're new to this channel, subscribe and comment. And feel free to be part and parcel of our streams. We are live in both of my channels. Do you enjoy our streams? Feel free to be part and parcel of our streams and tell me where you're watching me from. You know, the issue of Ebola is still playing center stage, and so many leaders are coming out talking about the dangers of going ahead to have this disease being brought into the country. They're trying to sanitize, they're trying to tell Kenyans that, we are collaborating, Kenyans are collaborating with the United States when it comes to, number one, surveillance of the disease. That they're trying to, you see, this is the funny thing, that they're using very fine language to try to convince Kenyans that we need Ebola in Kenya. They're saying that we want only to surveillance, and what is the other word? They're using very fine English. They're trying to confuse us with English. And outbreak response, that we are in collaboration. We want to be in collaboration with the US because of two things, that is surveillance and outbreak response. Those are the words of, I was listening in to some of these arguments, and I can tell you for free that when you listen to some of the arguments, you realize that, they're saying that we want to only, we are the Kenyans that, according to the words of Gladys Bos-Sholay, I was listening to what she was saying. She was saying that Kenya is supposed to collaborate with the United States on two issues: the issue of surveillance and outbreak of the disease. And I wanted to ask her, or because, I was just wondering, you want to surveil Ebola while in Kenya. If you are really interested in surveillance of Ebola, why can't you surveil Ebola while it is in Congo? We don't need to surveil. Can you surveil a lion when it's 1 meter in front of you? That is exactly what you're saying. You're saying that I want this lion to be next to me, so that I can surveil on the lion. Really, the lion will pounce on you. How can you say, and I was wondering, how can you say that we want Ebola to be brought near to us so that we can surveil on it? Really? For real? Or am I the one who does not speak English? I don't understand what you're saying, because you're saying that you want Ebola near us so that we can surveil on it. Or am I the one who does not understand English? Or am I the one who doesn't and I have a problem? Or you want us to, you see, the thing is, you people want to eat money. That is it. And that is exactly what they want. They want to eat the Ebola money. And they're not telling people the truth. They're saying that they want to surveil on Ebola. At what cost? That is another question that people are not asking. You want to surveil on Ebola, at what cost? How much will it cost Kenyans to surveil on Ebola? And who is surveilling Ebola? who will surveil Ebola? You are talking about surveillance. Who will surveil Ebola? These are just a few people who want to take advantage and eat. You want America to be sending money monthly so that you can surveil it will become a bogus surveillance. All right. Why are you interested in surveilling something? Why can't you surveil it while it is in Congo? You know, this is a fraud, ladies and gentlemen, and I told you again that Kenyans will end up crying in this deal. Kenyans will cry a lot in this deal. We are surveil. I was listening to the argument of Gladys Boss-Sholay. She was saying that we need to surveil Ebola in Kenya. I said, which Ebola in Kenya? We don't need to surveil Ebola. We don't need to surveil Ebola. What are you surveilling? It's like you're saying, I want this lion to be brought near me so that I can look how it is feeding. I want to stay here and just check on this lion and see how it is behaving. That is exactly what you're telling us. You want to see the behavior of Ebola. At what cost? That is my question. At what cost? That is the question. Yes, I was listening to what she said, and maybe she is right or wrong. But at what cost? My question is at the cost. And who will pay for that surveillance? Who will pay for it? And who will be paid? Who will become rich in that deal? That Ebola deal? Because you're saying we want to do two things. That is number one, surveillance of the disease. And number two, you said outbreak response. You're using big English to confuse Kenyans. Why are you confusing Kenyans? Why are you confusing Kenyans with big English? That is my question. Kenyans don't need another burden. This will burden Kenyans. This will burden Kenyans. And let us be honest. Let us be honest. Ebola is not here for our own good. All right. Ebola is not here. Ebola is not your friend. I don't know whether I'm the one who is, the thing is, in this deal, there are people who want, you see, the problem is they're looking at the billions. I'm sure they have been promised, but I've been listening to this argument by the member of parliament of Ndita, and she was saying that West African countries have refused Ebola. Why are we going ahead to embrace Ebola? Why are we going ahead to embrace this disease while other countries have refused Ebola? Why are we coming out on top to be the champions? Why are we the champions of Ebola? That is the question that we are asking this morning. Why are we the champions of Ebola? Why have we decided to become the ambassadors of Ebola? As if we don't have problems in our country. Any questions up to there? Feel free to subscribe and to comment. And when you say that we have these kits ready, do you think Kenya has capacity to deal with Ebola? My brothers and sisters, if you're new to this channel, answer me in the comment section. Do you think we have the capacity to deal with Ebola? Do you think we have what it takes to deal with Ebola? Do you think we have what it takes? Do you think we have what it takes to deal with Ebola? Because if you ask me, I'll tell you for free that Ebola will give us a nightmare. Yes, it will make a few people rich. I agree. And that is why these people in these ministries, they want Ebola to be brought in, because to them, this is their chance to enrich themselves. Do you think, you know, any questions up to that? Feel free to be part and parcel of our streams and tell me where you are watching me from. I'm very happy this day to be here. It is 4th. Is it 4th? Any questions up to there? Any questions up to there? If you enjoy our streams, subscribe and comment and tell me where you're watching me from. Any questions up to there? It is 8:18 Kenyan time. Are you happy to be here? I really appreciated your time, but I cannot stay here forever. I need to go. You can ask me your questions, and I need to go. Any questions? Any questions? Can I ask me your questions before I leave? Can I ask me your questions before I leave? Ask me your questions before I leave. Do you have any questions? Ask me before I leave. Do you have any questions? Do you believe our members of parliament are honest on this issue? Or are they paid to pass this Ebola thing? Any questions? Do you believe our parliamentarians are honest? Any questions? Any question? Any questions up to there? I need to go. No. Any questions up to there? But you see, in Kenya, when you speak the truth, you get punished for it. Any questions up to there? I remember this police officer was transferred to a place called Tondonyang. Wow. Is it in Kenya? Tondonyang. Tondonyang. Where? Is that in Kenya? Where? Tondonyang. Where? Where? Where is that place? I've been reading the news how this person was transferred to a place called Tondonyang. Hey. Any questions up to there? Feel free to be part and parcel of our streams. I am very happy to be here. If you're new to this channel, subscribe and comment. Any questions after that? Any questions after that? Let us continue this discussion later. I really appreciated your time. Any questions before I leave? Any questions? Arrivederci.